Arsenal spent 1 million on a player. What did you make of that, and do you think that Chelsea will follow at some point soon?
I don't want to make a competition between the clubs on business and money. I don't want to focus on that because I'm not the expert on that. I want to put the focus on coaching my players. But obviously, I think it's a good thing when clubs are able to invest in the women's game, in players, because when you are able to bring great players into the league, into the clubs, make the competition even bigger. So I think that's what we want. And when you are a competitive person, you want to be able to compete against the best teams. And for me, that's good if everyone is investing and it goes in the right direction.
I say that because last season Chelsea sort of raised the bar, and now that's sort of raising the bar again. Do you think that's good for the women's game, that sort of momentum is still carrying on in that direction financially?
Yeah, I'm happy Chelsea is doing that in the women's game and supporting the women's team in the best way possible, investing in players but also in the infrastructures, the facilities, in the staff. So I think as Chelsea club, we just set the bar, and I think that's what we need to do. And if it helps other clubs to want to do the same, I think it's great for the women's game, as I mentioned, and in the country here in England. I think the women's team won the Euro. I think we are in a really good place, and probably the place where most of people want to be, being in a competitive league with great players, great managers, and with clubs who invest money in the women's team.
And you mentioned Lucy's injury there, but how's Lauren as well doing? Because she got an injury with England, right? And do you have any issues with how England have handled the players? Because obviously they've picked up injuries or played with a broken tibia as well.
Yeah, no, I have a really good relationship with Sarina. I was glad England won the Euro, and I texted her to say congrats for that. And obviously I was a player myself, and I know in these two situations probably I would have done the same. So in one hand I understand, but now we have this situation, we need to deal with the situation, and that's probably not great not to have these two players, because both of them are really important for us. But being a player before, I know sometimes like it's a big tournament, you want to play for your country, and these things can happen.
Just ask how is Lauren, how long is it going to be?
So LJ is doing fine. I think again, difficult to put a time frame on her because everyone is different, and her rehab is going on the right direction. I'm not expecting to see Lauren for the next few weeks, but hopefully soon, because again, she's an important player and we need her on the pitch.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Keris, next please. Thank you.
Sonia.
Hey.
Just wondering, with the news about Myra yesterday, how do you see, who do you see in the squad that you have kind of stepping up to fill that role? So you've obviously said Sam is hopefully returning from injury, but that we might need to be a bit patient with her after being out for so long. Who do you see stepping up at the moment?
I think I have different options in my squad. The first one may be being able to play in that position, and because also she showed some great things from last season, is Agi Beever-Jones. I'm confident Agi will step up and do really good in that position, but also some other players can play that position, Catarina Macario being one of them. I have in my mind one or two more options where can be something maybe surprising for people, but not for me. So we'll see what we need depending on the games. Maybe starting tomorrow.
Looking ahead to tomorrow to facing Manchester City, what are the sort of things that you particularly think about when you come to face them? Obviously, they will have been disappointed with how their campaign went last season, but they were also the only English team who beat your side last season. What do you take from that, and what do you look at when you go into facing them?
Yeah, first thing I know about them, they have a really good squad, really good players, and that's never been easy games to play against them. It's always been difficult. So we expect that tomorrow, a big game facing a big opponent. And I think if you analyze them from last season, it's fair to say also they had some big injuries in the squad. So they will be back to having almost a full squad. So it will be different for sure. And I think, welcome to Andre in the league. And I could analyze some of the game they played. And I think, going into the game tomorrow, we know what to expect. But we also know we are going to face a good team with a lot of quality in every position.
And just last, if I can be really cheeky, do we know any sort of time frame on Myra's injury and how long we might be expecting her to be out for?
Who, sorry?
Myra.
Oh, Myra. We just said probably it will be reasonable to expect her to be back in January, not before.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Keris. Kit, thank you.
Hi, Sonia.
Hi, Kit.
We've talked quite a lot about injuries today, and it feels like you've had kind of your fair share of injuries since you've been at Chelsea. And you've kind of masked it by having such strong depth. But is it concerning at all that you've had so many injuries? Is it just down to bad luck, or do you maybe need to examine whether there's any other reasons why this is happening?
I think our job is to make sure anytime we have an injury, minor or major, do you say major?
Major,
Major. We need to investigate and try to find why, if we have a reason why. So it's been our job even last season. We'll do the same this season. So the good thing is I'm confident in my staff. I know we are going in the right direction, and for that reason, anytime something is happening, we have everything to analyze the situation. So we have some answers. Sometimes it goes to, sometimes we think bad luck. Some things we cannot control. Some other things maybe we can control. So that's our job, to make sure we just avoid as much as we can the injuries. But again, to be fair, I think the women's game is going in a direction where the players are playing so many games during the season in different competitions, and I think in the athletic level, I think the intensity is growing, and sometimes it's difficult to avoid some injuries.
Do you feel your players potentially play too many games in so many competitions? The number too high?
I would say maybe for some of them, and also in terms of mental health, sometimes when you play back to back in every competition with your club, but also with the national team, some of the players didn't have any break in summer for so long because they play all these big competitions in summer. So I think the mental health is also something I'm concerned about. So all these things are small things, but when you put them all together, some things you can maybe have some explanations with.
Yourself, the transfer window closes at 11, and you don't fly a player over from America if you're not going to get that deal done. So where are you with Alicia Thompson deal?
There are always speculations on the transfer window, and for me the most important, and from the beginning of the week I said that to everyone, I want to focus on the game tomorrow, and I want to focus on my players, because that's the most important thing to do for me and the correct thing to do. So really focus on the game tomorrow, and we are facing a big opponent, big opening game, so my focus is all on that.
I know you're saying that, but you've got a 20-year-old superstar that is flying over, that wants to join, that could be key to what you're trying to achieve this season. So how important is it to maybe get her in, given that you've got a couple of injuries as well, to do what you want to do this season?
Again, I always said, for me that's really important to have quality and talent in the squad when you want to achieve success. I think that's also important for us to have depth in the squad, because we want to compete in all the 4 competitions we are playing in. So for me, that's crucial. So if there are some opportunities, we'll be open to that. But again, I think for now, for me, the main focus is on the game.
Just one more.
I should pretend I don't understand English. Maybe it will be easier for me.
Those people that haven't seen her, why are people getting so excited by her?
Again, for me, people get excited to see on the pitch great players. So it's not only about one player, but I get excited to watch a game when you have really good players on the pitch, because they are the ones who bring the fans in the game, in the stadium. And I think, when you see players on the pitch with talent and they can create a lot of things on the pitch, I think you just enjoy that as a player, a manager, as a journalist, as a fan. So this is what we want in the women's game more and more.
And you'll be hanging on your phone till 11 o'clock tonight, will you?
I didn't understand this one.
Yes, you did.
Like I'm really busy and I go to bed early. So maybe tonight I'll be on bed at 9 o'clock. So yeah.
No way you're going to miss this.
We never know. Sleep is important. It's part of recovery to be fit for the game tomorrow.
Not as important as signing £1 million plus player, though, is it, Sonia?
I don't know.
Tell us about the rest of your squad, because you put out a statement, Ramírez out till the end of the year. What a huge blow, because she's been very instrumental in what you did last season. I guess what you hope to do this campaign.
Yeah. No, for sure. It's sad for everyone. First of all, for her. She had successful surgery, which is something really positive. But again, it's sad for Myra, it's sad for us, because she was a really important player for us in the squad, in the team. So you never want to be in that situation. But again, it happens. And for me now, it's making sure as a staff we just give her a speedy recovery. But also, I focus on the players I have in my squad available. But that's a big loss for us.
And how's Lucy Bond's coming along? Because she obviously had a very big summer, kind of physically and emotionally, didn't she?
Yeah.
Have you patched her back up? When might we sort of see her?
So it's difficult for now to put a time frame on Lucy's return, but she's doing well. She's in a good place mentally and physically, so hopefully she will come back soon. But I think she's still some weeks away from her return on the pitch.
And I know you've sort of spoken a little bit over the last few weeks, but Sam Kerr, it's been almost 20 months. Are we likely to see her this weekend?
Yeah, Sam Kerr is on the squad, so she will be involved in the game. We don't know yet if she will start or not, but she's in the squad. She's in a good place. She's been training well. She's physically in a good position. She's also mentally in a good position, so it's nice, because again, I think she's one of the players everyone wants to see her on the pitch. And that's nice for me also to have her in the squad with her leadership, her experience. But in the same time, I think, to be fair to her, she's been away from the pitch for a long time, so I think we need to still be patient with her, and that's normal for her not to be like at the best level yet, but hopefully soon, and that's already a good step for us and for her to be in the squad.
And you clearly coached some superstar players in your time. I wonder what it's been like to coach her over this last kind of few weeks, particularly when you've seen her back on the pitch, because she is one of the pin-ups of this league, and we obviously haven't seen her for almost 2 years.
Yeah, it's been really enjoyable for me, for the squad, to have her around again, because I spoke about her quality on the pitch, but also what she brings as a leader in the team, in the squad. I think, really smart player. I really enjoy watching her making these good runs with the right timing. And, with these kind of players, you don't really teach them how to play football. They already know how to do that. So for me, it's more, to give them all the confidence to be the best version of themselves on the pitch, but also sometimes some small details on the, when she make the run, how she can do something even better. So I try to help in that sense, but Sam is a great player and she doesn't need much.
And just finally for me, as you were relaxing on your sun lounge with a cocktail in your hand, which I really, really hope you managed to do this summer, how did you reflect on this season as a whole, and the one thing you feel that you came away with that you will want to change and get right, because clearly you won't be satisfied till you win 4 trophies in the season?
I think I already said that, but again, I think we need to focus on going even more deeper in the game model, in the training model, and also the game plans, making sure we are able to execute that game model and that game plan on the day. I think if you are able to have great performances on the day, gives you even more chances to win the game. So I think from last season, we are probably now known by being a team who always find a way to win. So I would like this season us to be able to perform and win even more. So yeah, that's my focus going into this new season.